Hi everyone, it's Dr. Marco. Welcome back. So today I'm going to try to give you an overview, a very simplified version of something that I'm going to give you some exercises for in the next couple of weeks. Some things you can do on yourself, but just to get the concepts and the theories behind what we're going to be talking about and why we're going to apply these things. So there was a doctor named Stephen Porges who came up with this theory called polyvagal theory. Poly means more than one, and vagal is referring to the vagus nerve, which is a nerve that comes out of our brain, and it comes down here, and it goes and it supplies pretty much all the internal organ stuff on the inside of your body. A lot of it is like receiving information to your brain. Some of it is controlling some small muscles in the mouth and in the throat. A lot of information from the body going up and down. And the vagus nerve is really, really important, and there's a lot of emphasis being put on this now. So he came up with different ideas of how the vagus nerve, other than just like body functions, can be interactions and social functions too, how you would interact socially. So I'm going to give you some like brief overviews. This isn't all perfect or exact, but just to give you the concepts. So ventral means the front part. So there's the vagus nerve in here. It might have different nucleuses inside where it comes out of the brain, and it has different nerves that'll go to different spots and do different things. So conceptually, we're talking about with your body, go, slow down, and stopping. So the ventral vagal, part of the vagus nerve, that's when your body feels very safe. We have social interaction. You're sort of like in a state of bliss, so to speak. You feel safe, you're active in day-to-day life, calm and connected, and you can rest. And in this state here, you might perceive something. Like let's say you see somebody coming at you. In this case, you would use your voice. This acts in our breathing, our interactions, how we speak, and things like that. So you see somebody coming at you, and you might say, "Do you need anything?" And then you can kind of perceive, and he says, "Yeah, can I borrow something?" And then you stay in the safe zone. If the guy comes out and you say, "Do you need anything?" and he pulls out a knife or something, then you're going to switch and go somewhere over here. So we use our voice and our breathing, and that's where this ventral vagal happens. So if we do maybe perceive something that might not be good, then your body will go into the part of the nervous system called the sympathetic nervous system. And we're kind of dancing back and forth between those. Like if I'm sitting down and I need to get up, my sympathetic nervous system has to activate because it has to get me ready to mobilize and move my body. So our capillaries will kind of constrict to make sure that the blood stays up in my head so I don't faint, little things like that. So in this case here, if you feel maybe there's a threat coming and you feel like you can move, then you will mobilize your body and you will do the flight part of the fight or flight response. But if running away might not be possible, then you're going to get ready to fight in that situation. So that's what your sympathetic nervous system is doing. And then the dorsal vagal, or the back part of the vagus nerve, this is where your body stops. So certain animals, they kind of like pretend that they're dead. And like if the situation is so unbearable or so dramatic that you don't think you can do anything, some people just stop and they don't do anything. They just freeze if they're overwhelmed. So your body might freeze. If you're actually physically immobilized in some situation and you know you can't get out, then your body might just flop, that kind of thing. And fawning is fawning like playing dead, that kind of thing. So these are all kind of situations that might happen with this polyvagal theory. And we interact in different ways, and the dorsal vagus nerve, that's stopping. Like if you're resting, you might be in that situation too. So it's not always like the bad thing, but it can be like if people are having sex or resting or deep sleep or meditation can be in that area too, when your body's like really, really stopped as well. But conceptually, you can kind of go through here and go through here, and they can all interact back and forth. So these are the concepts of this polyvagal, meaning it's not just the vagus nerve like this, but it's how we interact socially and how we say things or do things or move our bodies. And this is kind of the concept of the polyvagal theory. And so in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to share 2 little exercises you can do on your body that can help you kind of connect with this relaxation and this state of being in bliss and connected with your body and co-regulation, we call it, and things like that. So they're little simple exercises you can do on your body, and I'll show you those in the next weeks. So look forward to these. Here's the basic concepts, and we'll see you next time. Bye.